Hey everyone in the LS11 Universe, my name is Zander, LS11, and welcome to Predictions. By the way, I'm Zander Carver of Zander LS11. I'm responsible for such angles as Austin Aries hitting Candice LeRae with a chair. Welcome to the horror show at Extreme Rules 2020 Predictions. Yeah, that's actually what they're calling it. I'm joined today, well, by a special guest. I'll let him introduce himself. Ladies and gentlemen, you might know him as...
I will defend that angle. In my defense, I recently used unclear. Make sure the mask you have on is stable and then make sure you keep it if it is good.
Anyway, we lost you for a second there. You went a little robotic.
You pulled me up, you had the banner.
Yeah, but like I heard, I will defend that angle, and then everything went robotic. So what were you saying?
I said I will defend that angle if I come off weird in this video. It's because I recently cleaned my oven, used oven cleaner. Make sure if you clean your oven with oven cleaner, your mask is firmly on, because otherwise you might sniff some of it and have a headache.
Well, as you can see by Goldie up there above Ray, because we can't record in the same place due to the state of the world. Also, I've got a green screen behind me. I wonder what kind of wacky adventures people will Photoshop me into.
Just to record yourself from a green screen doing random shit.
Exactly.
No. No. Yes. Yes.
Anyway, welcome to predictions for the horror show Extreme Rules. There are 7 confirmed matches at times of recording, one more rumored to be added during Smackdown, which is on right now. I just don't watch live WWE. And we're gonna do one bonus prediction. So Ray is the champion, which means if he retains in a tie. But we're gonna try and make sure there's no tie by having an odd number of predictions. So, without further ado, Ray, are you ready?
Ready.
So, we're going to start off with the first matchup that is listed on the card, which is the New Day.
Wait, what is your punishment?
Right, that is a very good punishment. Very good question, Ray. So, because we've decided that we are never doing a loser watches a 2+ hour wrestling show again.
Watch that live stream if you want to know what two men slowly losing their sanity looks like.
And if you ever want to hear what it sounds like when I curse 7 times in the span of 5 seconds, check out the end of that stream.
Oh my god. No, it's just like, okay, brief note on that stream. Like, you were like so resistant. You were like, fuck this show. Fuck everything about it.
Yeah.
I just gave myself to the madness and let myself enjoy it.
Well, you were also allowed to indulge in Rob Van Dam and Matt Riddle's favorite substance.
I was inebriated.
Fair enough.
That's the word you're looking for, inebriated.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, so the loser of this one will have to do another music punishment, Ray.
What is it this time? What horrible song is it this time?
We are going to be covering the original Sasha Banks theme song before Snoop Dogg remixed it. Oh, yeah. And on that note, up first, we have SmackDown Tag Team Champions, The New Day, defending the SmackDown Tag Team Championships in a tables match against the Artist Collective of Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. Ray, who do you have here?
I have The New Day.
I'm going with Cesaro and Nakamura. I think
New Day is a rating straw. They've been a rating straw for a long time now. They're one of the few things that actually gets WWE fans excited anymore. And I think they are burgeoning on that level. Well, they are that level. They are the main event now. They're like, you could put any member of the main event, and it won't feel weird.
I can see that, but I'm going with the Artist Collective just because I think they want to get New Day. I know rumors were they want to get New Day to the record-breaking number of title reigns. And New Day, they've had the championship since right after WrestleMania. This is really the first team that looks like they can take it off of them, other than Forgotten Sons, and then Jackson Riker did what he did. I won't address it too much. Either way, I'm going Artist Collective, also just because I selfishly just want to see Cesaro and Nakamura with the belts.
All right, then.
So, up next, we're going to have Apollo Crews defending the United States Championship against MVP, who introduced the new United States Championship title and is claiming he is the champion. Should I go first on this one, or do you want to go first? Because I've got a bit of a twist I want to talk about with this one.
You go first, I'm the champ.
Okay. So, I think MVP is going to win this. And I have a reason. Now, I didn't think MVP was going to win this at first. But MVP on Raw these last few weeks has been sowing seeds of doubt in the mind of Apollo Crews and several other guys who happen to be in and around the United States title picture, who also just happen to be of a certain demographic. I mean, equality, I suppose, is how WWE is looking at that, but if you make an entire division just based on the color of people's skin, is it really equality?
I'm not going to comment on that, Zander. I'm not going to comment on the racist tendencies of Kennedy McMahon. The man said the worst word you can ever say about another race live on television. Had no right.
So back on track there.
Anymore.
Back on track there. I may cut that little bit out there just to protect ourselves on that one. I think MVP is going to win with interference from the newest member of his stable that will be joining him on Sunday. Has not joined him yet, but I believe will be joining him on Sunday, Cedric Alexander. I yield the floor to the champion.
I think Apollo Crews is going to win this. I think Apollo Crews is a really big up-and-coming star right now. It took him how long did it take him to get to this point? 5 years? I remember him debuting in 2015, being the guy rumored to take the belt off Finn Balor. Mm-hmm. That didn't happen. That didn't happen for a while. Finn held on to that belt for a lot longer. Anyway.
And lost it at a house show.
Had a pretty awesome last match, though. That cage match and that match against Nakamura.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Didn't Finn Balor just used to be so fucking awesome?
Yeah. Yeah, he was great. By the way, I love these predictions videos because we get to just be unfiltered. It's great.
Yeah. Finn Balor was awesome in NXT, and they really wasted him. And they really wasted Apollo Crews, and they really wasted Nakamura, and Samoa Joe, and pretty much everyone else who's been an NXT champion, not named Seth Rollins or Drew McIntyre. Anyway,
up next we have Bayley defending the SmackDown Women's Championship against Nikki Cross. I went first last time, so you're up. Who you got?
Bayley or Nikki Cross? I got Bayley.
Yeah, me too.
If Bayley's going to win this match.
My heart says Nikki Cross, but my head says Bayley. They're building the Bayley Sasha at SummerSlam. I'm calling it. Everyone's calling it.
Bayley Sasha at SummerSlam or maybe Sasha at Survivor Series or Bayley Sasha at next year's WrestleMania because they want to. This isn't even a slow burn anymore. The food's spoiled. You left it in the crock pot too long, Vince.
Well, up next, is it for the Universal Championship? I don't know. Braun Strowman, the Universal Champion, fights the original incarnation of Bray Wyatt. Wyatt family Bray Wyatt in a Wyatt swamp fight.
I got Braun for this.
Yeah, me too. I think they're gonna have Braun. He's already beat Mr. Rogers, Bray Wyatt. He's got to beat the original Bray Wyatt. That way we can build to the Fiend attacking Braun, and we do Fiend Braun at SummerSlam.
And then Fiend finally gets that belt back, which he never should have lost in the first place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now you guys are seeing why we added an extra prediction in here.
Yeah.
So possibly the most disturbing match on the card. I don't know if anyone could hear that.
I heard something.
That was... My dogs have made their way to the outside my window and are staring in at me, whimpering. Anyway, an eye for an eye match. Seth Rollins versus Rey Mysterio, in which the only way the match can be won is when one competitor extracts an eye of their opponent.
Is this a cinematic match?
Probably.
Anyway, I got Seth winning this.
Yeah, I do too. I think Ray's on his way out. Seth already got his comeuppance, as they would say, on Raw when he lost to Kevin Owens. Rey Mysterio, I think he's about to hang up the mask. Or pass it on to Dominic.
Or I think he might just go somewhere else.
Well, I think from what I've heard, WWE is dangling do you want your son to learn to wrestle at our performance center? You better stick around.
Yeah, yeah. But like, there's rumors that they want to have like a match with Pentagon Jr. in
Mm-hmm.
AEW. Um, there's a lot of rumors going around that he. I don't know if you know, that's one of the people who he says he enjoys working most with, Cody
Yeah, yeah.
and Chris Jericho. Those are his, in my opinion, if you want to go after good Rey Mysterio feuds, those really top the list of Cody Rhodes and Chris Jericho.
That's true.
Yeah, and they're both all elite. So maybe he's going there. Maybe he's going to do a last run in Mexico. Maybe he's going to go to New Japan.
Who knows?
Um, I'm not sure if they're going to hang the Dominic carrot in front of him, because I'm not sure if that would work well for them, because there's other places with other places you can learn to wrestle. Like the Young Alliance system in Japan.
That is true, but I feel like I think Ray's gonna retire. I think he's on his way out. So I think Seth's gonna win this one. Plus, you can't have Seth Rollins with an eye patch for the rest of his career, right? Right?
Maybe. Or just like have like a fake eye transplant. Or just give him a special contact lens that says he has a glass eye.
Maybe.
Or just have him go away for 6 months, come back, have both eyes, and not explain it. Just ignore it.
That would be the most likely thing they do. Either way, only 2 matches left to talk about on the card, and then our bonus match. Well, we'll go ahead and talk about the bonus match, because I think it's getting announced on SmackDown tonight. Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus in a bar fight. Because the storyline, Ray, if you haven't heard...
Serious?
Yeah. The storyline here is, Jeff, you used to do drugs and alcohol and got arrested a lot, but you've turned your life around and got cleaned up. How dare you? Sheamus is going to try and tempt you back into drinking.
Okay, what storyline is more uncomfortable? This or Chris Jericho CM Punk in 2012, where Chris Jericho made CM Punk take a field sobriety test and then slam a bottle of whiskey in the back of his head?
This one, because Jeff Hardy actually had an alcohol problem recently,
No.
and they're using it against him.
No, but to be fair, in that feud, Chris Jericho was mocking CM Punk's family's history of drug abuse.
That's true. But that was, you get my point, though. That wasn't as recent as this Jeff Hardy situation is.
Recency bias, anyway. Don't make a feud out of people's vices, because it never has worked and no one's ever liked it.
Right.
It was CM Punk. The worst example, this is the worst thing they ever did, was Jake the Snake. Jake the Snake, Jerry Lawler feud, where they mocked Jake the Snake's alcoholism. Because that wasn't like a former addiction like it was with Jeff Hardy, where Jeff Hardy's a recovering alcoholic. Like, Jake the Snake was an active alcoholic.
Correct.
At the time of that storyline. That was just fucking disgusting. You should never do that to a person. You should never do that to a person who has kids, too. Jeff Hardy has... Doesn't Jeff have children?
He has 2 daughters, yes.
Yeah. Imagine, your father has vices, and you turn on TV, and then you see the company actively mocking him for it.
Yep. And Matt Hardy's spoken out against it. A lot of people have.
Yeah, and it's just not right. That being said, I think Jeff Hardy's going to win.
Yeah, me too. And you guys are really starting to see why we have bonus predictions in here.
Yeah.
Literally, right now, there are 2 matches we have different.
Yeah. It's very disturbing. I don't like this story at all. I think Jeff deserves better. Jeff has done a lot for the company. Jeff has put his body through hell for Vince McMahon's company.
Yep.
Vince McMahon can make money, jumping off insane things, shortening his career, working when he was sick. And the fact that they treat him like this is just, frankly, just absolutely disgusting.
Yep, I agree.
Don't acknowledge the man's vices. Just let the man come out and be Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, 100% agree.
Put on the face paint, have him come out to No More Words, have the kids buy the armbands.
Mm-hmm. And I also think Jeff's going to win because I think I think they're going to build to Jeff Hardy challenging for the world title at some point, or even just one run with the Intercontinental title before he retires, because they really want to keep him around to keep him from going to All Elite Wrestling.
Yeah.
Because you know AEW would get Jeff Hardy in a heartbeat.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy comes in. He's Brother Nero all of a sudden. And you do that big match with the Young Bucks.
Exactly.
That'd be awesome. The Hardy Boys versus the Young Bucks versus the Revival.
I was about to say, that was exactly where I was going with that. But before we get too sidetracked, there are two other matches actually on the card, and I don't know which one to do next because I could see either of these main eventing. So we'll talk about the one that I would like to see main event but don't think will first, and that is the Raw Women's Championship matchup where Asuka will be defending against Sasha Banks.
I'm going to predict Sasha.
All right. Bayley and Sasha with all of the gold at the end?
Yeah.
I could firmly see it. Like, I'm not even messing with you. I could honestly see that. But I'm going to go with Asuka because I want to flip it around, and I think they're going to have Asuka feud with her tag partner Kairi Sane to beat Kairi and officially write her out of WWE so she can go back to Japan like she's planning to. This is probably the main match I think could go either way, though.
Yeah. I'm just saying they've really shit the bed with Asuka so far.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They probably should have just had her cash in on Becky and just pin Becky the night and just had her win the belt.
I mean, the way they did it with Becky's reveal and Asuka not knowing is really sweet. I think the more easy thing to say there of how they should have booked Asuka after she won the belt was not have her lose to Charlotte Flair twice.
The Omna Flair.
Anyway, so that's actually really interesting. We have different options there. So yep. I know this is going to be one for you that is a head versus heart, like how Nikki Cross Bayley is for me. What will probably main event for the WWE Championship in a match that the stipulation has not been revealed yet. Dolph Ziggler versus Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre.
Wow, that didn't take long. Drew McIntyre, yeah, me too.
I like Dolph Ziggler. I think he's had the opportunities to get pushed in these last few years, and they just haven't done it. And I don't think he's going to get pushed at this point. I recall at least 3 times in the last couple years they should have pushed him and decided not to.
2014 comes to mind.
2014 with Survivor Series.
Yep, that was exactly what I was thinking.
2013 when he cashed in Money in the Bank.
Yep.
And 2016 when he was feuding with The Miz.
Yep, I agree. So, the bonus prediction here. The stipulation has not been revealed for McIntyre-Ziggler.
Uh-huh.
What do you think the prediction? What's your prediction? What do you think the match type's going to be?
What is some of the speculation?
Speculations, just to give you some options here, because I don't want to be a dickhead and be like, just take a wild guess while I know like a handful of options that have been there. Ones that I've heard is it's rumored to be Last Man Standing, TLC, or Claymore is banned.
If they do Claymore is banned, that would be stupid.
I agree.
Last Man Standing. The reason I like that match is it really favors Dolph in terms of in-ring ability. Dolph can look like he just got hit by a freaking car.
Yeah, he absolutely can.
And like just keep getting up, and like that will really like when you said TLC, I was like, that was going to be. That's kind of what my original prediction was, just going to a blind, because my blind prediction was ladder.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to go with Last Man Standing.
All right, I'll go with TLC. Watch it be Claymore's band and watch us tie.
Because WWE likes doing the dumb shit.
I'm trying to think of like one other bonus thing we could add, but this one doesn't seem...
How is if we both tie one of us has to sing like the chorus of the Sasha Banks song, and the other one has to do the rap part.
Deal. That works.
Yeah.
That works. Okay. And so I know you don't do Instagram or Twitter too much. So
I am on Instagram. Do not try to find me.
I was gonna ask if you wanted to plug it. Now we know. You can find me on all social media at Zander_LS11, like that.
Social media is just a breeding ground for people to get angry at you.
That's true. But what I was going to say is, so you haven't seen, but WWE Today on Instagram posted a Photoshop of Ziggler with the WWE Championship and captioned it. Hold on, let me find this real quick because I think this will make you laugh. Like, just
I'm looking it up on my own Instagram.
Well, there's a thing that you gotta. Okay, come on. I'm trying to get WWE's Instagram. Okay, so they posted a Photoshop of Ziggler holding the championship and captioned it, "A glimpse into the future?" ? With like the thinking emoji. And The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, put up a comment that said, "I'd co-sign this decision 100. Talented dude and always has a spark in his presentations." Drew McIntyre just responds, "It doesn't matter what you think."
Why this be the one time they actually do give Dolph that push?
God, and I could see it happening just so they could put the belt back on Drew in front of fans.
Yeah, but like that would piss me off so bad.
Oh yeah,
because it's like now everyone's giving up. Everyone's giving up on Dolph getting a real push. Everyone's giving up on Dolph being a world champion.
Although, you know what's really funny? Fun fact for the people that watch Universe. Hi, Zach Rushing. He's going to mark out if he watches this video. Anyway, no. What I was actually going to say. Fun fact for the people that watch the Universe mode on this channel. When EC3 was released and we had to panic and find a last-minute replacement to be the heel champion, Dolph Ziggler was one of the options, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and I said, no, Zander, that's a stupid idea. Let's go with Roman Reigns.
And I had to, it took some convincing to get me to do that. So this is kind of late.
Oh my God, I feel like that's like Vince McMahon's kind of response. No, that's a stupid idea. Let's go with Roman Reigns.
Yes, I just realized that. Oh my God, I just realized that. Wow. That's great. Yeah. So this is kind of the portion of the video where Ray and I just start talking nonsense. So if you're here for predictions, if you're here for predictions, you can leave. If you're here to just watch Ray and I shoot shit, this is kind of the part of the video for you.
We typically end the broadcast and we start shooting the shit. But
yeah,
okay.
But, why not? Why not let the LS11 Universe fans get a glimpse into some of the conversations we have?
Xander, my active sex life.
Oh, whoa, whoa. Don't be telling lies on the internet, Ray. But yeah, so
Can you imagine that though, at the end of the predictions video, we just start talking about our relationship with our girlfriends, where they're like hands located during coitus.
Gonna just end the video now. Anyway, I was actually just gonna talk about some Universe stuff that almost happened that we ended up canceling.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about all that?
So should we talk about the big thing that we just canceled? Or should we not ever talk about that so people aren't like, do it? Maybe we put that in a lockbox and throw it in the bottom of the ocean.
I'm just not saying we'll never do it, though.
That's true. So we'll keep that one tight-lipped for now. Other than that, have we canceled much else, like, big?
Well, let's see, we've had EC3's Tower and be canceled due to a release.
Right. Which we just spoke about a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, oh my God. We have plans set. Do you want to go over our plan for EC3?
Sure, actually. Let's not talk about too far into the future with him. Or let's skip over a certain bit of his title reign, given that we kept some of that the same for Roman.
Yeah. So anyway, EC3 was going to build a new faction with him, Drake Maverick, and Braun Strowman.
Which we did have going. We did have Drake, Braun, and EC3 together, if you remember. Because at
Yeah,
SummerSlam, Braun helped EC3 win.
yeah. And that was and at a certain point, EC3 was going to lose the belt.
Yes. And Braun and Drake Maverick were actually going to be in the Usos' position now. They were going to be the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, with Braun pretty much being the only one that ever defended them, and Drake occasionally tagging in.
Yeah, yeah. And we were going towards a WrestleMania match.
Yes, so to kind of give a hint into what that was going to happen, because we can talk about this now, because the Usos tag team title reign and the Braun Strowman Drake Maverick one is vastly different. Like, those have branched off in completely different timelines. There was going to be a point after EC3 had lost the championship. Spoilers, he was going to lose it before WrestleMania. We'll give you that much. He was going to force Braun out of the tag team title match, saying Freebird rule, and EC3 was going to get pinned in a match and lose the tag team titles in a match Braun Strowman didn't even get to compete in, to another team.
Yeah.
Which was then going to lead into EC3 and Drake Maverick versus Braun Strowman at WrestleMania.
Which, that would have been fun. And in case you're wondering, pretty much where Tyler Breeze is right now on NXT is where Mike Kanellis was going to be.
Yeah, and Mandy Rose with Maria Kanellis, as you can kind of say.
Yeah, yeah. I like what we did with Tyler. I think he's a good substitution. I like him and Mandy Rose's pair as a booking strategy. Mike got released. That kind of threw a wrench in our plan. What other releases on Black Monday really threw a
It was Black Wednesday, by the way, just in case you're wondering.
Black Wednesday, yeah.
Gallows and Anderson, they were supposed to be tag team champions for a long time.
Oh, yeah. Gallows and Anderson, they got released. As long as we're talking about Black Wednesday, do you want to know what release truly shocked me when they actually released him?
Which one?
Aiden English.
Yeah, I agree. That one threw me off as well.
Because of the whole Guerrero will always be employed OB if they so wish.
Yeah.
And Aiden English, for you guys who don't know, his wife is Eddie's daughter.
Yes.
Yeah. So that shocked me. But a lot of the Guerreros, from my understanding, are also working at AEW. I know Vicky works there.
Yes, she is, yes.
Doesn't Chavo work there?
I don't know, actually.
I think Chavo works there.
I'll be honest, though, about AEW. I am almost positive that with how they're building their tag division, or even if they're doing as a singles division, that once a certain Bulgarian is over a certain pandemic that he has contracted, that I won't speak about because it will get this video
demonetized.
Yes, exactly. I have a pretty good feeling that at some point in AEW, we're going to see someone like Jericho or another main event heel in the ring talking, and you're just going to hear and I think Aiden English and Rusev are going to AEW as a pair.
That's an interesting idea.
I fully see it coming. I mean, it's just random stuff we're talking about at this point. But yeah, we talked about EC3's title reign. We talked about the Braun Strowman Drake Maverick stuff. We talked about some stuff we're just talking about with wrestling. Anything else you want to add before I cut the video and go back to recording?
If you like Universe Mode, send your friends the links to the video.
Yeah, like if you got friends that like WWE 2K Universe Mode stuff, send them to the channel, because the more people get watching, the more let's talk about the Patreon thing real quick, because we actually got a comment talking about early releases. And Ray left a really, really detailed response, but I want to make a more public video about that.
Do you want to go first or I go first?
Yeah, I'll go first, since, I not to be like a dick, but my name is on the page, so I'll kind of take charge here. I'm the business manager of this channel. Ray is co-head of creative.
I have creative, Zander.
Ray is head of creative.
No stress. Okay, I just have to let this out. Zander and I write together, but a lot of the angles are pitched by me.
That is very true. I've pitched a handful. Ray and I've shot down each other's ideas a lot. But either way, so Universe gets recorded and uploaded pretty much in a span of 3 days per episode. Like,
Yeah.
I've got the episode of Raw that came out earlier the day we're recording this. I did that 2 days ago, edited it and uploaded it before I went to work today. I've got the next episode of NXT ready to go. Just haven't set it to upload. I'm going to set it to upload when I leave my house in the morning. Haven't recorded the next episode of SmackDown yet. I'm recording ARW stuff today. Tomorrow, before my date with my girlfriend, I'm going to record SmackDown, Raw, and probably Raw. But the biggest part of waiting with SmackDown is typically if we have Firefly Funhouse, I have to wait for this guy to send me Bray Wyatt audio, which he can't always do because he's not always available because real life.
Yeah.
But, and Universe, as Ray said, is released kind of as done because, especially now, because of Black Wednesday. We don't know what's going to happen. Speaking out, another big thing. We had a couple wrestlers that got called out in Speaking Out and were accused that have...
I'm just going to come around and say it.
Ligero was a big part of it. We were planning to bring in David Starr into NXT. Had to kick him out. Yeah. And we're on the fence about if we still use Austin Aries.
Yeah, and I think right now we're more leaning towards no.
Right. We're kind of teetering on, like, Gargano choked him out with a kendo stick. That's a good send-off. If we want to bring him back, we can, but...
Yeah. So, honestly, I'm not going to say any of my political views right now.
Correct.
But we are two white males.
Yes.
Who run the channel. And so anything we do is going to... will be criticized, and rightly so. It will be criticized. So we have to be careful here, and a lot of people are not going to like this. A lot of people are going to be like, "Oh no, you use Austin Aries," but at the same time, we have to make sure that everyone can watch.
Yeah, and like
so Austin Aries being there does not prohibit you from watching, but it does prohibit others who are uncomfortable with seeing these people who are actively accused of horrible, horrible things get pushed, get exposure because there's a certain level of exposure, almost get a level of advertisement in a way. And I don't want to be associated with that. I don't want to be associated with these horrible crimes that a lot of these people feel like they have. And unfortunately, a lot of things are being exposed about the wrestling business right now, about how these main eventers feel they can act towards women.
Yeah, like we had plans for Ligero. We've completely written him out now. Austin Aries, pretty much until further notice, unless something comes out that proves his innocence, he's being written out of any future plans for now. We really only brought him back for this Gargano program anyway. I mean, probably didn't look great on us for, I had already recorded it before allegations came out against him, but, like the same day allegations came out, we had him hit a woman in the face with a steel chair.
Yeah.
But that's straying away a little from where I was actually heading with this, because this is going to seem like a really awkward segue now. There's pretty much never going to be a plan for early release for mainline realistic universe mode. Mostly realistic universe mode.
Mainline modern day booking of universe mode.
There you go. That's the perfect way of putting it. Thank you. Yep. But we have discussed, if this channel does take off and gets a decent sized fan base, opening an LS11 Universe Patreon where we would, at the beginning... Right, where at the beginning of every year, like right around WrestleMania season, we put up a poll on Patreon where it's like, okay guys, do you want us to do a Patreon exclusive WCW Universe mode, TNA Impact Universe mode from like
old school WWF Universe mode,
right, like Saturday Night Main Event, Ruthless Aggression,
Southern Territory, whatever you want us to do.
Right.
Zander would like. Don't vote for the Southern Territory.
Yeah, please don't.
I would love it, but Zander would hate it because he hates Jim Cornette.
I very much hate Jim Cornette. He and I have scarily similar views on some wrestlers.
UFC and also on Wind and also on Dairy Queen. Get back here, you fat ugly bitch!
I have never said that to a Dairy Queen employee, but
I showed you that video. You laughed your ass off.
I did. I
You
did.
thought it was hilarious.
I
And
did.
if you don't know what we're talking about, look up Jim Cornette, Dairy Queen, and
It's
Chris
great.
Jericho instigates it.
He does. But anyway, damn it, that's great. We are rambling a little bit here, and we just we'd run a full year season of that. So like if we did the Impact one, I would, I'd mod in short hair, no beard AJ Styles, smaller Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, Eric Young, people like that, and we do a year of Impact.
Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett was
Right.
big for the original Impact.
Jeff Jarrett, just
Sting.
Sting, yeah, exactly. Most of the main roster WWE today.
Yeah.
And we book from week after Slammiversary to the next Slammiversary.
Yeah. I thought Bound for Glory was their big show.
I think it's I don't know. I don't follow Impact. Ring of Honor isn't actually Ring of Honor, maybe not, because they're a lot of those guys from back then are.
Of course. Oh my god, can you I don't know if you ever watched an Impact Wrestling documentary, but apparently one time Paul Heyman told Dixie Carter, if you give the company to me in a couple of years, I'll have it be as big as WWE. And then Vince Russo said, no, bro, he can't do that, bro. He doesn't have the ability to do that, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, let me tell you, bro. Okay, here's the thing. If we get to a certain amount of money on Patreon, we will book WCW and we will book it with Vince Russo as a character that we have to include. And I will personally voice him. Bro, I swear to God, bro, you're going to love this, bro. Bro.
And other Patreon ideas we have is we'll make LS11 Universe style shirts, except for it won't be Zander Mania shirts for Patreons unless that's just what you guys want. But I don't know if anyone other than me wants these things. I have to give them away. I gave them.
Man who sent every. How many of those things have you sent to the UK by now?
Just 4.
He sent them to the Wrestle Talk guys.
And there's a picture. My Twitter header is a picture of Ollie, Luke, Lori, and Pete wearing them on Christmas.
Xander's friends with those people.
I am, and I plan to meet them in person when the whole world's back to normal.
Because he's going to go to the UK.
Yep, I'll make sure that I've got the LS11 hardcore title at that point. It'll be fun.
He'll take the Waluigi hat and the walrus, and he'll just. Oh my God! No! You should Waluigi be champion and just have a video of him running around with the hardcore belt all around London.
Oh my God! That's actually really good. Oh, that's actually really good. Oh man. Well, I think we've rambled on and wasted enough people's time. I'm not even going to be able to call this.
No, wait. I have to say it.
Okay.
You go to the record company Rick Astley is responsible for. I think it's in the UK. It's just you knocking on the door.
Oh, my girlfriend would break up with me before that week is over if she went with me.
Just be honey, this is supposed to be a romantic getaway. Instead, it will be a week of me testing your patience.
Yep. Okay, so we've wasted enough of you guys' time. I hope you guys enjoyed this prediction / shooting shit video. I'm probably even going to call it Extreme Rules Predictions plus behind the scenes talk or something. So, With that said, I've been Zander, he's been Ray, that's been Predictions and Behind the Scenes. We'll see you guys next time, where hopefully Ray will be singing and I'll have Goldie back.
It's not gonna happen.
Dick.